Okay, today, good morning, somewhat different today. As you can, I don't know if you've gathered, but my job is an IT techie in a school. This is an i5 and I've been told that it's dead. So I'm going to show you how I test it. So I'll take it apart, or I'll show you bit by bit, and if anything boring, I'll speed it up, alright? So I want to get that board out of this case for a start, because I think that maybe the power supply has took a bit of a zap, or it's died. So I don't want to replace the power supply and do all that. It's easier if I just take the board out and do a test. And there's several tests that you can do to actually determine whether your board is dead or not. So without further ado, let's start stripping. First thing we'll do is give it a blowout. Look at that. Filthy. So that could be a processor overheat. Not much memory in that. Okay, we'll have a look at that. But I like doing it like this. And people might say, "Oh, you're doing it wrong. You should do it." Look, I'm just doing it my way. I don't care. I just enjoy playing. So I'm going to take it all out the board, and I'm going to show you how I test it out of the case. That's all I'm doing. It's just a video for fun. Okay, just a bit of a fun video. People might find it interesting. Some people just say, well, it wasn't interesting. So I'm going to blow this out. I've got a compressor at the other side of the place where I work. So I won't see you in a bit. I'm going to take it out now. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's just 5 screws in this one. 5 screws, one at the back there. I'll take all the leads out. It's quite tight in here, but sorry, I'll do that again for you. So you've got your main power lead going in. So there's a clip at the front. Just pull him out, pop him to one side. You've got a processor power here. So just clip him. Sorry, big hands in the way. Take him round. Someone's tucked him around the leg of the processor, so that's going to have to come off as well, the fan. Okay. Take the fan off. You've got 4 little legs each side. You just turn them. Turn them. We might have to replace the heatsink glue, which I do have spare. So turn it. Turn it. Because that's to get the board out, so it's got to come out anyway. So, and there we go. That's how easy it is. Or maybe I didn't have to do that, but it doesn't matter. We'll take the fan. We'll take the fan instead of the board. There you go. No, I won't take both. Okay, the 5 screws taken out. There's a clip on them. These are a bit awkward because if you look inside, can you see them? They're facing face to face. You've got to get your finger in there to get those clips, to push the clips close to each one of these SATA cables to get the bloody things out. And then we've got all the power leads to take off there, and the settings and but it does tell you on the board what they do, so don't panic. USBs and the sound. Okay. USBs, quite straightforward. There we go. And then I'll just jot down where I know roughly they are, so I know where the power is, because you'll need to know that when you're switching the board back on, when you've got it out of the case. Okay, with those two I'll just slide a little screwdriver in between and they'll pop off. Okay, board out, and if you can see, there you are, piece of cake. So power, which is at the back, reset at the front, okay, speaker at the back, and power LED at the front. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know, really. I'll go and give this a bit of a clean, which she needs. Then we'll reset the fan. We'll clean all that, and I'll see you in 2 minutes, if that. Well, I'll see you with the magic of video in less than a second. Okay, so like I said, the magic of video. But the trouble is, I'm going to confess here that I put the fan back on top of the CPU, which is underneath there. That's that chip you saw with the grey stuff on. That's called the central processing unit. I had to pull it back together again because someone, and I know who, has pinched my heatsink compound. So I haven't got none, so I've had to use what was already on here. I've had to not replace, but put this back on before I could, because I haven't got any, and it was still wet, so it was okay. So all you have to do is you'd wipe all that paste off underneath and underneath this fan. You would replace it with just a tiny amount. You don't need a lot. And then you twist these legs back the way you found them. When we twisted them one way, it tells you've got an arrow. So if you twist them back in that position, and then they just push in, but you've got to sort of hold the board, so, or it should be in situ on the case. But there you go. And there we go. So we're going to give it a test now and see if it works. I think it will. There's another thing that you can check, which is quite a common fault on some of these things, is the battery. And a lot of people disagree, and they'll say, no, it's not, nothing wrong with the battery. Even if the battery dies, you just lose your clock and time. I've built quite a few thousand machines, and I've had quite a few where the battery has shorted and it stopped the motherboard from working totally. But as soon as I changed the battery, it was fine. That's just something that I've come across in the years I've been playing. So I'm supposed to be classed as the IT manager, but I don't like that title, because it's just, I've met quite a few IT managers, and I've got to admit, no disrespect to anybody out there, no disrespect whatsoever, but some of them are total, they think they are something special. Especially if they know about computers, because they make people who are not very good with computers look and feel like rubbish, which is wrong. Anyway, there you go. Let's start. I just put my pennies worth in. Let's get a power supply out of the cupboard and give it a test. Okay, so I'll unravel this, and then we'll start connecting. If I can do this one-handed, I will do. I can't find my tripod. I think my daughter's pinched it again. Okay, these only go around one way. You have a clip on the one side, see that? And you've got a lip on the side of your motherboard, so it can only go one way around. This is only for beginners. It's just people, I'm just showing people what I do. It's only for beginners, not you professionals out there. Okay, and then same with, you can see it, see the clip at the end, and then you've got a clip on there. Okay, there we go. There's no need to have any, well, I'm going to put a keyboard and mouse in. Well, there's no need to, because it should fire up. You'll need a screen, of course, which will connect to either one of these, which is the div or the VGA. And that's really all you need. I think we'll give it a razz at that. Okay, so bear with me. So in this slight jungle, it's not that bad, we have a cable that runs off that we use as our test bed. And we have the multiple connections on the end, which give us all sorts, and this is pre-set up ready for testing on the bench when we're at work. So my young techie does this as well. Nice chap. Okay, VGA connected, keyboard and mouse connected. There's no need to, but because we've got a test bed, why not? It doesn't matter. Power connected to back of the power supply. I think we're ready to go. Okay, let's give it a test. I've switched the power supply on. So now what we're going to do, remember I said to you, we've got to, I can zoom in, sorry about the focus. So we need to look at the one that says power. You see it at the back? So it's, I can show you this one here, I think it is. Oh, come on. I'll try this without. Let me get this off. I can hold the camera. Okay, I've got the camera mounted, hopefully. We've seen my screwdriver. Where are we? Here we go. So we want to touch those two. Hey! So there we have power. So probably definitely was the power supply. Then, but oh, there we go. There we go. It just came on there. There you go. Okay, reboot and select proper boot device, or insert boot media and selected boot device and press a key. Alright, I'm going to press any key, there you go. So we know that works. So the good service will be blown out as well, so that's done. That's it, that's how we test them really. So that's a bit of our test bed. We always have a spare power supply by. We've got several ones for different types of machines that we have here. A brilliant idea having a test bed. We've had this for years actually. Just a screen, keyboard, mouse, Ethernet, 2 types of video connections, and that's it really, and 2 cables, and they all sort of, we usually tied up a little bit, but it's not too bad. It's quite tidy in here. There we go. If you enjoyed the vid, please give it a thumbs up. It was, find it educational. Educational. And this helps anybody. This is how I test them when they're inside the machine and the power supply's gone or whatever. I just find it easier, because you know full well that when you've got it out the case, that there's nothing else that could sort of short it out, because sometimes you can get a screw dropped into the case or something like that. Anyway, I won't waffle on. If you enjoyed the vid, give it a thumbs up. That would be really appreciated. And that's it. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers, bye.